past weekend. Again, I'm just all about just personal reflection, so a lot of this is just me just kind of telling you what's going on in my life, but I think this one can resonate with everybody. So what I was thinking about is, over the weekend, I was thinking about all the people who had influence on me in my life, and I'm very thankful for them. And I'm realizing that so many people have had great input to I would say, build me to who I am today. And to name a couple of those, obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is my wife. She's amazing. She's the best person I know. She's very supportive. She supports me in everything that we do. And I'm just very thankful for her. Everybody can probably agree Josh Good with his enthusiasm and his just will and his energy. You can't leave Josh Good without feeling like you got better. Am I wrong? So Josh Good, I would say a lot of my former bosses and coworkers from an accountability standpoint and helping me get connection with people, which is why I'm here, and those kind of things to just help me be a better person professionally and things like that. You can always attribute your success to other people. I think that's important that we don't intake it and just say, yeah, it was all me, I did it, I made these connections, I'm this type of person. It's always great, and I think it's just a healthy practice to just be grateful and let those people know that you appreciate them and what they've done for you. But what I'm realizing also is that as influential as these people are in my life and what they've helped me accomplish or become, they're really not the most influential person in my life. The most influential person in my life is actually, I hope this doesn't sound bad, but it's me. And the most influential person in your life is you. If you think about it, you can speak like 1,000 words a minute, I think is what the statistic is. But you can only focus on one thought at a time. And throughout every moment of every day that you've ever lived, you've been in a constant conversation, or I'll say I've been in a constant conversation with myself. So if you think about it, what you're thinking about, because it won't focus on one thing at once, you're always talking to yourself. You are the person, let me say this right. No one talks to you more than you do. So the question becomes, what are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to yourself in the good times? What are you saying to yourself in the not so good times? What do you say about yourself and who you are? And as I was going through this process of, thanking people and praying for them and just being in I'd say gratitude for just being here in this place and experiencing life and where I come from, those experiences, I thought back to a time when, and it's very easy for me to get very negative because I'm very much a controlling person. But I thought back to a time last year when I was with some friends and I was in the ocean. And I am not a good swimmer at all. And I don't go in the ocean. When I do go in the ocean, I don't know if this is normal, but I go to about hip level and I get on my knees and pretend like I'm swimming. Does anybody do that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So my friends, they're all pretty good swimmers, and I've been out in the ocean. I'm not very comfortable with it for more reasons than one. One, because I don't swim very well. Two, because I'm afraid of sharks. There's a lot of things. And I got stung by jellyfish, and I saw a stingray swim in front of me one time. It's a lot. So long story short, I'm not a good swimmer. I don't like swimming. But my friends convinced me to go out in the ocean, and we went to about chest deep, and the waves were big. And it's one thing to be in water where it's kind of deep, but it's another thing when the wave comes up and you kind of lift up. That's not a cool feeling for me. But the crazy thing is, the first time and only time this will ever happen, I promise you, I got caught in a riptide. Dude, can you imagine how scared I was? It was amazing because, in all seriousness, it was amazing because I was having fun with my friends. We were throwing sand at each other, we were messing around, we were diving in the waves, because you kind of lose sight of the fears, you're kind of enjoying it. But as soon as I felt like I couldn't control myself, I shut down, I froze, my body language, I couldn't do anything, I panicked. Thank God, it didn't take me long, but I knew what I needed to do, just kind of swim out to the side. And I did go a little bit deeper, which was very scary, but I ended up getting out of it. And oh my gosh, guys, I'm just getting chills thinking about it. That was the scariest moment of my life. I am not lying to you. It was probably 10 seconds, but it felt like forever. And I think I've been in the ocean one time since then. But anyway, that was rough. But as I'm going through these conversations, I'm thinking about my life, especially over the past 6 months to a year. I was reminded of how, man, I've been so blessed with great people and great, I would say, success in my career and my personal life and things like that. But in one moment, when something seems bad, I can get caught in the rip current of negative thoughts, negative emotions, which lead to negative actions, negative decisions as I'm trying to control my thoughts. As I'm trying to control everything around me. Because what happens is, as soon as I get caught, as soon as everything's good, one thing happens and I feel like, dang, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have value. I can't handle this situation. And it's just amazing how, for me, personally, I can flip on a dime just like that. And then my thoughts, my actions, my desires change relative to the emotions that I'm feeling at that moment. And it's a really, I would say, sucky way to feel, man. Like, just to be swept off my feet with all these things, even though there's so much positivity around. So, I was reminded of a verse, and let me pull this out so I don't read it wrong. I was reminded of a verse as I'm going through this, and it reminds me that, in my struggles and in your struggles, we can let these experiences and circumstances sink us literally, and dictate our thoughts and desires and actions. But we all have value. And this is what I've been reminded of. This is what I'm reminded of. Like, Brad took some amazing pictures. He's a photographer. I don't care what he says. He's a professional photographer, in my opinion. He took some amazing pictures. Matt Duke's daughter's graduating high school. He's a father. He's a husband. That has value. He as a teacher. There's all kinds of things that bring us value. But at the end of the day, no matter what those circumstances in our life, no matter what experiences or what negativity or positivity is going on, we can always remain constant, knowing that our value rests in us being a child. 1 John 3:1. How great a love the Father has bestowed upon us that we should be called children of God, and such we are. So in my opinion, think about it. The same God who created the universe, the same God who knit each of us in our parents' wombs, the same God who dictates the future, holds us in our hands, the same God who's been there from the very beginning, even before the beginning, who sacrificed his only son, cares to know us so deeply to call us a child, hold us in his arms, let us grow and work in him. And I'm just humbled and reminded that as I'm going through life good, as I'm going through life bad, there is a constant presence that I should be thinking about the good. And the reality is that if I can focus my thoughts and remind myself constantly that no matter what I'm facing, no matter how bad I feel, or how much I feel like I'm struggling, or how negative this emotion is, or thought is, or the perception of my life at this present moment, I'm loved so much to be called a child of the Most High, who created the world, wants to know me personally and intimately. And I feel like so long story short, as I'm going through these thoughts, I'm just reminded that no matter what these struggles I'm facing, no matter what, negativity, circumstantial issues, all that stuff, it's just a whisper in the wind, or it's just blowing the wind, because at the end of the day, my God who loves me and cares for me is going to provide, he's going to do all that stuff, but he gives me value as a child. And to me, that's the most humbling thing for me this weekend, is realizing that I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to have all the answers. All I need to do is just control my thoughts and my actions and sink myself into his word and what he says about me. At the end of the day, no matter what I face, even though all these negative experiences that will happen, they still will happen, I can have faith and hope that I will be provided and I'm loved and I can always have value in that. And that's, to me, the most important. So I hope that no matter what you guys are going through, whether it's finances, whether it's empty nesting, well, not empty nesting again, but you're close, I'm sorry. Whether it's whatever's going on in your guys' life, okay, just realize you are important, you have value, and there's nothing or you might go through times where you might feel insufficient, but in the end of the day, you're loved, you're cherished, and you're cherished and loved by the one who matters the most. And we can all rest in that. So God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for this group. I thank you for 11th Element. I thank you for life that you get us, that you allow us to live. I thank you for the love you share with us each and every day, God. I thank you that you give us peace and comfort in trials and circumstances. I thank you. I praise you. God, I pray that all these people, God, they're reminded today, no matter what they're facing in their life, no matter the hardships, no matter the circumstances, no matter the confusion, God, that they are reminded today that they are loved and cherished by you. God, I pray that we seek you like a child. God, would we pursue you in all that we do, in all our thoughts, that you would guide our thoughts, actions, and desires, that we become more like you, and that we can live a life or control our thoughts with the perspective of Jesus in mind. God, I thank you for this day again. I thank you for this group. I pray for blessings upon them on the end of this week. I pray for Element, and I pray that we continue to pursue you and glorify you in all that we do in this ministry. In your name I pray. Amen.